And welcome back to a Tales of Tribute game. This was a very long game, so I'm running it at 1.5 times speed because my opponent took extremely long to think, like a ridiculous amount of time to think. Anyway, we are going first. We get the first pick. The first pick is Archer's Volley. That one's a simple enough pick. Nothing more to say about that. And let's see what my opponent does. Now we don't have any. We have 0 gold this turn, so it's going to be a do-nothing turn essentially. Opponent, nothing really good in our tavern to pick up for our opponent, so we're just chilling right now. Opponent could either barter. You could use Alessia. He buys Elite Quartermaster and reveals Siege Weapon Volley. I need to pick up Siege Weapon Volley, but I do not have the I don't have the gold to afford it. We only have 3 gold this turn. If we convert our power into yeah. So this was a mistake. I should have bartered away the Siege Weapon Volley because I know my opponent can afford it next turn. Yeah, that's just a plain old mistake. So now my opponent's deck is slightly better than mine because he has a Siege Weapon Volley and I only have the unupgraded version that only gives 3 power. He has the one that gives 4 power. This is all pretty much nothing as well. We drew both our power cards. Deep Witcher is a very bad card. It only generates 2 power and has no other text. No reason to play that. Now using the Ansei power there, I feel was also a mistake. Like I'm gambling that my opponent will not have any power cards. I mean, okay, it turns out he didn't, but I think that's a very big thing to ask. Because he has a lot of power cards actually in his hand. So because we do that, we actually do have slightly we are able to in fact afford the Penal White Streak, which I think is quite good. 2 power is definitely not nothing. Pick that up early. This will prevent our opponent from going agents, so that's fine. That being said, my opponent doesn't really have any agents on the field. He hasn't bought any agents, so the White Streak may have been a premature pick. But let's say where we go from there. We do get our Archer's Volley, which means we can afford Priestess of the 8 if our opponent doesn't pick it up, which I don't think our opponent is picking it up. Picks up the Portcullis, which is a very bad card in terms of unless you're rushing down. Now my opponent does in fact have a rushing deck right now. He has a Siege Weapon and a Portcullis, so that is worth something. We can either pick up Mori House or Priestess. I think Priestess is the better pick because it shuffles our deck. Opponent shuffles Mori House. Oh, well, okay. I think Conquest is the right pickup here. That one is no doubt. That's a mistake. I should have picked up Conquest. Conquest is an insanely good card that generates lots of power. My opponent wants to pick it up because he wants to rush me down. So getting Priestess is wrong. Like I can't imagine that is that is not something I really want to pick up. He's gonna pick up that Conquest easily, and then now he's at 11 prestige. I'm at 0. Like my deck is way slower than my opponent. I don't want to let him get things that increase his speed. He is gonna start drawing things pretty fast and uses Ansei again, which is fine. That just gives him more gold, I guess. I use that Alessia to get a nice combo going next turn. That might be useful. Soldier plus Priestess will let me draw into good cards, hopefully. He just need to kill my Pelin. Now he can kill my Pelin because Pelin only has 2 power, 2 toughness, and he does have definitely able to produce that this turn. He does have a couple of things that produce power, so that's something to take a note of. I could pick up Druid King Vestments in the hopes that with a better economy I can buy some expensive cards and generate into power. But nevertheless, I think my opponent is in fact slightly ahead of me right now. He has at least 2 or 3 good power generating cards in his deck, plus the Portcullis. It is a rushing card, but rushing cards can win games. He could pick up the Imprisonment, which I think is reasonable. Also, Firesong Haruspex is okay, but I'm not too happy. I don't think Firesong Haruspex is that great, to be honest. I think Imprisonment is the correct choice because he basically just needs to click go every turn and cast all his cards every turn. Picks up the Haruspex. Okay, fine. We are looking very hard on things to buy that can improve our power generation. Unfortunately, there's nothing really in the tavern that does that. Bring back White Streak. The reason to bring back White Streak and use the Pelin is to get the 3 prestige combo off Pelin. So hopefully our opponent doesn't draw any of his power generation cards this turn. As far as hopes go, oh, he drew his Siege Weapon Volley, so that kills all our agents, unfortunately. So that we were trying to do something funny. We're trying to do a sneaky move where we leave our agents alive for a turn to get lots of value, but our opponent manages to draw a power cards, which I mean his deck is a lot of power cards. So that was an attempt for me to try to get a bit of advantage. At this point, things are not looking too great. Like these cards are all very bad. Like these are not really what you want to be playing against. I could pick up the Imprisonment in an attempt to oh, second Druid King, interesting. I think picking up second Druid King, the Imprisonment is not the worst in the sense that Okay, I mean, Chainbreaker does improve my economy. And it does let me get more Alessia combos. I mean, our deck has a couple of Alessia cards in it. But I think Alessia may not be fast enough to get through this one. And so far he's revealing nothing too interesting in the tavern as well. He's going to get a big turn next turn. If I'm my opponent, I will pick up the Imprisonment because he is going to just start rushing ahead of me. And my next turn is not too great. Like this pile of cards doesn't really do anything. I would like to draw some of my good cards, if you don't mind. Shield Bearer, we cannot... We can't afford that. It costs 6, unfortunately. He uses Alessia, which generates him 2 power. He's 16 to 8, and I think things are not looking too great right now. Pick up the Imprisonment solely so that I can try to keep up with him. This is fine. I think this is quite a nice hand of stuff, so I'll take it. Let's see what my opponent does. But this is a reasonable amount of power and gold generation that we have in our hand right now. I would have liked to draw on the White Streak, but you can't really get everything that you want. That's gonna get him 2 power, shuffle 1 thing. If he gets another Druid King card here, that he gets the very rare 3 prestige combo. 3 prestige combo. No, not quite. But he does draw that into that, and I think the reinforcements is also a reasonable pick for my opponent. It's not entirely unreasonable. It's 3 power if he gets the combo off. Alternative is Druid King Investments. Pelin uses Pelin to shuffle an agent to his top. Okay, that's fine. Moray House, I guess we can pick that up. That's a good thing to combo with my. It's a good thing to combo with my my Alessia deck. We do also need to kill his agents, so oh no, we revealed the Forest Wraith. We could have shuffled away the Forest Wraith by using the Druid King power instead of using our power to kill his agents. In fact, I think that's a better option. Forest Wraith is very, very scary. And it's not really something that that I really want to be dealing with right now. So let's see what my opponent does. He still has 2 cards left in the hand. What are they? Fortunately, there's no tossing in the game, and he doesn't have any donate cards. Picks up the Forest Wraith, kills my guys. Does nothing, hopefully. Nothing else. Okay, fine. So Forest Wraith still generated him a lot of power, but not the end of the world quite yet. A lot of Druid King agents on the field, which could be useful for stalling my opponent, so any of these might be worth picking up, particularly the Envoys, since that one's worth 3 toughness. And my opponent would need to spend some power to kill it, essentially. Shuffles the library, shows nothing much, really. I try to be sneaky here by donating cards and getting my agents back. I think this is quite reasonable. We get a good amount of combo going right here, and we can get my economy a little bit better. So now we have 3 Alessia agents. Unfortunately, these are all our good cards in our deck. If he kills all these good cards, we are going to be drawing bad cards for the next 1.5 turns, which is problematic because these cards have 1 toughness and are pretty easy to kill. So, and my opponent is able to generate a lot of power. I mean, like a single siege weapon volley kills all these cards essentially, so a bit awkward. And he gets a Black Sacrament and a Blackmail, so those will also kill our cards pretty easily. One thing we could do to avoid this situation, or one thing we could do if he kills all our cards, is to use the Pelin power to bring one of our agents back. Maybe Priestess or the Pelinal, and Pelinal can also bring the other agents back subsequently, so that's something to take a note of. Yeah, our opponent really didn't do much this turn. He can kill 1 glass card, but we do get free value. Oh my god, he's giving us a lot of free value. I think in this case, we actually should have brought our Pelin back. What we did this turn is not really bringing back our Pelin. We're just trying to rush ahead and try to... that Warrior Wave would have been nice. Unfortunately, we're not getting it. So, I feel like we could have got Pelin back, and get another Alessia combo going. Because he left the donate thing. He left the donating guy on the field. Still, but the fact that we bought all those imprisonments and blackmails and whatnot means that it's possible for us to still rush our opponent down, vaguely. So let's say we go from there. 25 to 30, 5 gold. He can buy the Warrior Wave. I think that's probably the best card. Yeah. And what can we do with our own 5 gold? Nothing too much that's interesting, but it's definitely close. We are... Oh my, a rally. That'll be nice if we could afford it, but we can't. So let's see where we go from here. Yeah, Warrior Wave and into nothing, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. So 33 to 26. I hope he draws an agent, because then okay, so we do have an agent we can kill with our Mori House, so things are not the end of the world. I would have liked to get a Ansei card to get the Grand Oratory working, but he manages to pick up the rally, and that's going to be quite painful down the road for us. I think for us we need to pick up the Grand Oratory, but he shuffles it away with the Druid King power and leaves Elite Quartermaster, I guess. Like Elite Quartermaster, we can still Ansei into Elite Quartermaster. I think Ansei into Elite Quartermaster might have been better there, because we draw a card and he has to kill the Elite Quartermaster after that. Yeah. Unfortunately, we draw all our nothing cards this turn. Like it's we don't really have a turn this turn. All our nice cards are at the top of our deck, so a bit unfortunate there. And he does get 2 agents on the field plus Forest Wraith on the field. So Forest Wraith is going to kill our Mori House pretty easily. The question is... No, he picks up Elite Quartermaster. Okay. To draw a card. He still may be able to afford Forest Wraith. Yeah, he can. Okay, so now he has a massive field of agents. And unfortunately, I don't think we can kill these agents, because we didn't draw any of our good cards. This was quite unlucky. This was quite unlucky. Like drawing all our basic cards. I think that was reasonable. Even drawing a Chainbreaker or something, White Streak, or... Yeah, this is awkward. We don't actually do anything this turn. And we have extra 2 power, but basically every agent we kill generates him 2 prestige because he has double Firesong Haruspex on the field. That's why I didn't kill any of his agents. The fact that he has 5 agents on the field that give him free value is probably... This is probably the end of the game right here. Keep in mind, this was played at 1.5 speed. Like my opponent took like 13 minutes to think of all his turns. Either he was having lagging or thinking very, very hard on what to do. But I feel like this really snowballed for my initial mistake. I should have shuffled away the Siege Weapon Volley. Like if I had the Siege Weapon Volley in my deck, or it wasn't in my opponent's deck, he would be in a much worse position than he is now. I think like I should have realized that going Ansei and Pelin, just going a simple rush deck is much better than going a fancy Alessia deck, especially with all the rush and stuff available on the field. So yeah, I don't think we can reach 49 prestige, which is what my opponent has. We can kill all his agents, but the thing is we also cannot reach the 50 prestige at this stage. Like yeah, let's kill all his agents. This generates him power, this generates him gold, this does a lot of things, but we are not able to get to that 51 prestige. So unfortunate turn. That last one was quite bad. So 2 losses in a row is going to bring our rank down by a lot. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.